Welcome back to the Mayor's Update.
Hey, we're live.
We're live.
And we have a guest.
We sure do.
We'll introduce in a minute. It is Mayor's Update. And tonight is all about basically downtown events. Right. So we have Susan here with us tonight who's going to talk to us about Light Up Talbot Street. Right. This is a new event. This is about happening in the same evening as the tree lighting, which so it fits Light Up Talbot. Right. So that's coming up this Friday. So why don't we go do some of that, right?
Yeah, let's
And
talk all
we'll
about Light
talk
Up
about
Talbot.
the rest, because this way here we can really cover off well what's happening in downtown St. Thomas.
And Suzanne Faris is one of the volunteers who's been organizing this with an amazing crew. Can you talk a little bit about the other volunteers that are working on this and what you're doing?
Yeah, so we are, it's a DDB event, so it's put on by the Downtown Development Board. And most of our team is actually business owners from downtown. So we've got the Nook, we've got Alan from Jan Cat, Jody from Spindle, we've got Revival Studio, and we've got just a great team that's putting everything together. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, we've been envisioning something a bit bigger for downtown at Christmas. And our beautiful street is all completed, and it's just gorgeous down there. And there's actually a bunch of new businesses as well. So
It really is this month, isn't there? I mean, there's some new business. We better tell people they're there. Have them come down and see them, perhaps.
Exactly. Visit them for the first time.
Right.
Discover them. So, but because the street's so long, we wanted to help people get all the way from one end to the other. So because of that problem, we decided to solve it with horse and wagon.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we're bringing horses downtown. You can hop on the wagon. It'll stop between 4 different warming stations that goes up and down Talbot. So at the warming stations, there's going to be live music and cookies and hot chocolate. And it's just a really fun way to get around and get to visit all the stores.
That's great.
Yeah.
What a neat idea to kind of revert back to that kind of Christmas too.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And actually, if you're looking for stores that are participating, we've got this like wreath symbol here.
So that's in the window of stores that are participating?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
you'll see hundreds of those in downtown.
Of course, yes hundreds. And so then you can go in and get your passport stamped and be eligible to win some downtown dollars. And yeah, it's going to be a great night.
Well, and Santa's downtown that night too.
Santa's downtown. The tree lighting, which has happened, how many years have we done the tree lighting? A long time.
Years
I think from when we used to put candles on it. And the tree was only a little bush at the time.
Okay.
Right?
But it's like a staple, and it's such a great tradition. So we just really wanted to use that as a foundation and allow people to stay and enjoy more of the downtown.
Right. So you don't have to not do either. You can do both. It's a come see Santa for a couple of minutes, and then there'll be some neat warming stations along the way. There'll be businesses that are open that generally wouldn't be open during that time, but it's light up Talbot Street. So we want to show people what the great, first of all, the great construction that's gone on, but also the great growth in businesses in downtown St. Thomas.
Exactly. Yeah, the tree lighting is right at the heart of the event, and that will be happening at 6 o'clock. So you can come down anytime after 5. The wagon will be running till 9, and it'll be a great night.
Okay, so somebody's got to go out the next day with a broom and a dustpan.
Well, they should have bags behind the horses. If they're an advanced horse operation,
like
they'll have
yours.
bags.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
they'll have bags behind the horses. It'll collect all the manure as it comes out.
And it is a real horse operation. He's like, he's got all the right stuff.
He knows
His horses are trained.
Great, because I've walked in parades. Where you had to kind of avoid the landmines.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And the cadets can't because they're marching. No, it's fun.
No,
it's fun to watch. It's
right
hey, when you're marching in a parade, how much fun can you have?
Right?
That's a great role. Yes, the mayor can be in charge of cleaning up.
That's a big job.
Yeah, but somebody's got to do it, right?
We should talk about the sponsors. Mitchell's Soup Company is sponsoring the horse rides. We have the St. Thomas Downtown Development Board, which is also helping to run the event. St. Thomas EDC, which is Economic Development Corporation. We have Van Pelt's Business Solutions, and we have Uric Pharmacy and Healthcare.
Who does everything downtown also. So way to go.
Pretty much everything that they do is sponsored, or everything is sponsored by them. And let's talk about the locations of the warming stations too, because I've got it up here on the screen so you guys can all see it. We've got the first one, which is sponsored by Railway State Tourism, and is at their info center, which is right across from Legends, if you don't know where that is.
Yes.
And then the snacks, Ruby Blue snacks. Are you buying the snacks or are they free?
They're free.
They're free.
So Ruby Blues is supplying shortbread cookies for that warming station.
Whoa.
And hot chocolate.
And hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So you go here to the tourism office, and we have music as well. Is that am I
Live
seeing that?
saxophone music.
Live saxophone.
Yep.
What?
Excellent. That's a great warming station.
Yeah.
And, I've been following the weather coming up for this weekend, and we're in pretty good shape, I think, right?
Mhm.
So these are conversation/warming stations. So you can come gather and listen to some jazz music and eat a shortbread.
Yeah.
Not many, because you need to save some for the mayor.
That's
So,
always.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've learned this.
First fruits.
It's very
Yeah.
important to save
Yes.
some food for the mayor.
Right.
Some snacks. Step above, they're doing a flash mob, a flash dance mob there as well at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, excellent.
So that's going to be pretty fun if you've ever seen a flash mob before. Let's jump over to our next one. This is White Street Parquet, also known apparently as the green parquet.
Yes.
And this one's
Directly across from City Hall, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, and sponsored by the St. Thomas Downtown Development Board.
Right.
Snacks are roasted chestnuts. I believe
Real
Serge
thing.
Lavoie is doing those.
Research. Okay.
And
Great.
hot chocolate by Why Not Cookies Cafe. This is another fantastic local downtown business. Live music, Ukes of Hazard, classic St. Thomas institution at this
Right.
point. And another flash mob at 6:55 by Step Above Dance.
Excellent.
Very exciting. Hepburn Parquet. This is near and dear to my heart. It's right beside my studio.
Yes.
And snacks are butter cookies spritz by the Fritter Shop. Now, the Fritter Shop, so good.
Right.
We want to talk about another great business.
Well,
They're
a
amazing.
great St. Thomas icon business. the
Yeah.
Fritter Shop.
Well, and
Yes.
everyone knows their fritters, right? But this
Right.
is some of their more their Dutch
Their
cookies.
Dutch
I
cookie
think,
stuff,
right?
right.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they're super fun.
Yep.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
And then hot, or maybe it says apple cider. I'm assuming
It
it'll
is
be
apple
hot.
cider. Yes, hot apple cider.
And this is Royal LePage. So if you know Ainsley Tracy, she's an
Yeah.
amazing realtor. She's a part of the Royal LePage crew
Right.
and was probably involved in
And
the
everything
sponsorship.
else in town, by
Yeah,
the way. But
totally.
yes. Yes.
She's a great event page. Step Above Dance is doing a flash mob there at 7:15. So you could jump from like warming station to warming station and see all the flash mob dances. And this is
Beautiful.
sponsored by Wendy's. So thank
Yes.
you
Wow.
for you.
We love to be
Doing
part of
that.
all of our community. So perfect. So I don't know. This warming station may actually have hamburgers for using later.
Okay.
Right.
So on your way home,
Yeah.
you can grab a hamburger.
That's right.
I love it. And then Griffin Noriega, he is amazing
He's
as
so
a musician,
talented.
super
Yeah,
talented.
very
So
talented.
you won't want to miss that. And then Mirror Alley. Now, if you haven't seen this
Uh,
alley on St. Thomas,
Right. It's an alleyway beside one of the old banks.
Yeah.
The old Royal Bank. Anyway, and it's full of murals.
Yeah.
And so you can go in there and have just a different vision of yourself.
really makes you reflect on life.
Yeah.
It's very brightly colored. You can't miss it at night. It'll be lovely.
And it's sponsored by Grafenstone, which is another local company, and they
Yes.
do eco paints.
Yes.
So if you're worried about off-gassing, which you should be from paints, the
Right.
toxins, you can go to Grafenstone and get your paint and not have to worry about that.
Perfect.
Music is Randy Cassidy. Here we go. So
Wait,
those are
the chocolate chip cookies at that one. Sorry, go
Oh,
back.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah, why not cookies and hot chocolate?
This-
Okay. Don't miss the food
Sorry,
part.
no, this is an
Different-
important
different cookies
detail.
at
This
every
is an important
station.
detail.
It's important.
Okay, so those are the activations, and we're just going to run through. You can go to the website. You can see here it's lightuptalbot.weebly.com, participating businesses for the participating businesses. You can also get there from going to downtownstthomas.ca, which is the Downtown Development Board website, and you can see all the events are listed right here, like the tree lighting celebration, as well as the Light Up Talbot, which is boom, right there. You go
Right.
there, it takes you right to this website, and then you can see all the details. If you want to download your passport, the passport, like you're saying, Jan Cat designed this.
She did, yeah.
It
Oh, excellent.
is gorgeous. Look at these fun and City Hall. Did you
Well,
see City
there it
Hall?
is. It's
She
there.
drew it.
It's on there.
Yeah.
Can you're going to draw the mayor in on his office window?
Yeah. If you look really
zoom
closely,
in.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
might see the mayor up here
Yeah.
in his little window,
Yeah.
in his porch. And you can see you can see all the activations, like where they're located in the different blocks.
And what's going on? Perfect.
So, and all the sponsors are thanked. An important detail. Okay, so we're going to hop back
Now,
to
one small point,
Oh,
you can see all the numbers on the map. It says 300, 400, 500. So when you look at the passport on the other side of the map,
Mhm.
when you print it off, it'll give you
That's the block number,
number of
right.
the store location.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Now
in
I-
the 300 block, you'll see all the businesses in the 300 block listed. So it'll help you navigate your way through and,
And you
make
can
sure you don't
check
miss.
all these off.
And we should note, we got a comment, Bella Jacks is 437 Talbot Street. So it should be up in the 400 block, but it's in the 500 block. So it's kind of like a
oh no,
mystery
it's a
tour.
surprise. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I got to go back.
That's right.
Go back to the
Go
other
back to
warming
Jack.
center
Finding
where
our
they had
edits.
very good cookies and go there again. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So you got to you got to watch for some of those things. It's like a little puzzle. All right. And then also participating businesses, you can see all the businesses and where they're located. It's an amazing. You guys did an amazing job on this website.
Right.
Well, that's thanks to Revival Studio and Arabelle, their partner company. So they've done an amazing job. Eric and Keith have worked tirelessly on all the updates and all the filling of all these businesses.
You've got some of the key downtown businesses in here,
do,
but some of them are new,
Mhm.
and there's some on there. I bet you that you've not visited yet.
100%.
For sure, there is some that you have not been to. Right? Well, you may have had their products.
Like
right?
Opus
Opus
Pretzels, has
I've
just
had
opened
their
up next
products.
to your store.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cannot wait for them to be officially open. I think that's going to be their first opening night from what I hear. So
Well,
can't wait.
I've been doing the same thing with Ruby Blues, just waiting patiently.
No, they're opening on the 15th.
I know.
So you
Yeah.
got
It's
2
like-
days
Tomorrow.
to,
That's
like,
tomorrow.
do some taste testing
I-
before the
I know.
event.
Yeah. So I've been waiting patiently. Perfect. So many great new businesses downtown, and all of it, some very, I don't want to say old businesses, some very established businesses
Established
that have been
businesses.
downtown for a long time and are really still coming out of COVID, coming out of the construction, and are just so pleased to see our downtown full of people wandering around or horsing around. I guess would be another way to put it.
Horsing around at Light at Talbot.
Yeah, I like it.
And then there's a schedule page there as well. So you can see all the
So you won't
details
miss.
at what times.
Right.
Because the tree lighting celebration, we talked about it. That's happening. It's going to be amazing. Santa arrives on a fire truck.
And there's lots of kids that line up to want to see Santa. I get
Mhm.
it. And so that's a certain time, but just
Yeah.
escaping into the blocks on either side, the 500 block,
Yeah.
just works fine.
Actually, Holy Angels Church is doing a lot as well. They're bringing in 3 different choirs to
Right. Like a
participate through
nativity
the
scene
evening
that
and
they're
a live
doing.
nativity. Yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Yeah, the live nativity. I've seen them in the movies, but I don't think I've ever seen them in person
Yeah,
before.
where there's like
Yeah.
a real donkey and some sheep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like, are they bringing a live donkey?
As far as I
Who
know, they
knows?
have a sheep, I think, that they're bringing. I'm
They
not
have
sure
a
if they have a
sheep?
donkey confirmed yet.
Cows?
We might need
Horses?
to get a camel, maybe. That'd be
Camels
great.
would
Oh,
be-
no, we could get a
that's-
camel.
Yeah, can we get a camel?
Well,
Oh,
but
we need
we've
to-
got to
we need
find
to
2
find
other
one.
wise men. No, I'm
Oof.
just kidding.
It's hard around here.
No, it's really hard. Yeah. You're at City Hall. It's impossible.
But yeah, the choirs, the choir activations at Holy Angels are going to be really great. There
Yes.
were some questions about lighting there. Will there be lighting there? Because some of the people that are working with the kids are like worried about lighting at Holy Angels.
That's a really good question.
Well,
I'll
we're-
look into that.
They're hooking up lights as fast as they can downtown. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But anything near an intersection seems to work out fairly well. The
Mhm.
other great thing about an event like this is we have businesses that are opening. The Manse beside Holy Angels, right across the road from Urick's,
Mhm.
which I know will be bright.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're looking on. It's like the old days. The business itself is the light up part of
Yeah.
our downtown. So,
Oh, that's what we didn't talk about. They're doing displays. All the businesses are doing
Yes.
really fancy displays, and they're going to be judged.
Yes,
Oh,
it's a window
excellent.
decor competition. So all the businesses are competing for first place for the best
it's been
Christmas
years
window.
since we've done that. We did used to do
Did
a
we?
window painting.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
know that.
at least 20 years ago, probably 25. It was when I was the chair of the Downtown Development Board.
That was a long
Of
time
course,
ago.
all the windows were lit by candles because we didn't have electricity yet in those days. No, and we've also done a window display contest at Queso. We've done
Mhm.
that before, but this is really
Nice.
neat to hear we're doing that.
Yeah, and
Great.
actually we have some great prizes for that. MyFM donated an ad package worth like $900. So
Wow.
it's really a way that businesses can promote themselves, and also some free window cleaning for a year. So we really wanted to help the businesses
Super.
on Talbot in a practical way through a competition. So
Well, I'm so glad you came up with this idea and married it to some other stuff.
it was
we're
not
already
just
doing.
my idea.
No,
I think I
okay.
had the one idea.
You
of the horses,
promoted
that's
the
about it.
idea, right? Yeah. And I often do things like that too. Suggest an idea and then never be seen again.
That's-
I'm
yeah,
just-
no.
and you've not done
Oh,
that.
there's a
right?
whole team of people that have been working
Right.
tirelessly for this, and especially Earl Taylor, who's been a huge help with the DDB.
Look,
so,
our downtown
Yeah.
would be unrecognizable without Earl in one of his fancy suits.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think there's a new one for this.
Oh no, I
striped
bet
light.
there
Oh.
is. It probably has candles attached or something. It's
Jess-
or tree lights.
saw his suit for the Spirit Awards, and she was like, "How many suits does Earl have?" And I was like,
Right.
I
Well,
don't
it
know.
could be our trivia question, and we'll have the next time we have Earl on, it'll be
Yeah.
a trivia question,
There we go.
and he can answer the question on air.
I love it.
All right. Do we have any questions in yet tonight?
We've got some comments, but I don't believe we have any questions. So,
Okay, great.
folks, get your questions in.
If there is any.
Yeah, if you've got, we've thumbs up from Faye Gallagher. Thank you, Faye.
Yeah.
And Jess, my wife, says, can't wait for Light Up Talbot on Friday evening because we're very excited. You've got like the tree lighting, you got Santa Claus, you got
I can see
cookies.
Lily and horses
Oh,
and
she's gonna
Santa.
love it.
I got horses and Santa and a live nativity in front of. Yeah, you're right. She's not going to sleep
No,
that night. No,
No,
she's
no.
up. Yeah.
she'll be up and out.
Well, and there's cookies a lot of places, so she can sustain herself too.
and she
Exactly.
loves cookies.
Yeah.
You got to keep everyone moving, get the sugar in there, right?
Oh, and Faye is saying, lovely to see you, Suzanne. You really brighten up the room.
Oh.
Oh, what does that say about Grayden and I?
I know, right? She's like,
no, wait.
"Ugh, they're a
It's-
bit
I think
dim,
she's
those
talking
guys.
about
the
my
old-
sweater,
it's
guys.
the old
Let's
guys.
get the brighter clothes.
Yeah, sorry. I went all out in the conservative suit again tonight for mayor. Council just ended before mayor's update. We had to throw people out of the council chambers to make this work tonight. So we're sorry we're just a little late, but you know how politicians can speak when they really don't need to.
Yeah. But we've got another event that's coming up the next day,
Right.
which is the Horton Christmas Market.
Absolutely.
And
Two
that's-
events the next day.
Well, there's a
That's
bunch.
the parade.
3.
Right. Launch of the Christmas kettles. There's a bunch
Yeah.
coming up.
Let's
the
talk
next
about
day.
them all.
All right. So we talked. I wanted to mention also that Gearlinks is the next one coming up. Come
Mhm.
home for Christmas at Gearlinks Home Hardware, who does, again, so many amazing things in our community, is November 16th, 5 to 8. It's a neat thing in their store where they have other crafters come in. So that's
Okay.
one. We went through the November 17 events. That is the tree lighting and Light Up Talbot.
Mhm.
And tree lighting, I think we have Santa coming at 5:45. So just to give
Yep.
people times around. But
The
Light
lights
Up
go on at
Talbot starts at
6.
5,
Yeah.
right? With horse and everything. So
the horse
come a
starts
little
at
early.
6.
At 6?
Or-
Okay,
yeah,
so
but the
come a little
businesses
early
are
and
open at
start
5.
going to your businesses,
Mhm.
then get back to City Hall area for when Santa arrives, and then go back out to the other side that you didn't get to see. On the 18th, we talked about the Santa Parade,
Mhm.
Optimist Santa Claus Parade, and it's the sounds of Christmas, the songs of Christmas is their theme this year. So apparently the mayor has to sing as he walks, and so he can do that. I know that the Salvation Army is doing the launch of their Christmas kettle program that day.
Mhm.
I think it's 11 o'clock in the morning at the thrift store. They launch, and it's such a huge fundraiser for the Salvation Army and all the
Yeah.
great work they do in our community. So please, you may not have to go for the launch, but when you see a kettle out, it's always a volunteer, and they're always looking for more people who will volunteer with kettles. And I'm doing this because we ring bells. It's just something I've come across. So please, if you want to be a volunteer, you want to help with the kettle program, November 18th is the launch, and from then on, you'll start seeing kettles scattered around town. But the Horton Christmas Market is also on the 18th at 11 till 5. So it opens at 11 and goes all afternoon.
And I'm going to be
not
doing
8 o'clock in the morning.
free pictures with Santa for any family that wants to come out and get a picture
Wow.
with Santa, courtesy of a Boat Home Comfort.
Wow.
And that'll be from, I believe it's like 1 until 5.
How did you get Santa there the day after he's downtown?
He's
he's
jumping all
pretty
around.
busy in St. Thomas.
It's been,
Yeah.
I wanted him for the whole time, but he was like, no, Tilsonburg needs me. So we're going not from 11
Yeah.
to 5, we're going from 1 to 5 because of Tilsonburg. So
Gotcha.
you can thank those guys.
Okay.
That we don't have
So
Santa all the time.
It's Tilsonburg's problem.
It is
Okay.
Tilsonburg's.
And they need more
responsibility.
than just Santa. But no, I'm just teasing Tilsonburg. Sorry. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shots fired on the mayor's update.
Okay. Other things occurring that started today, the Tim's Smile Cookie for Christmas, where
Yep.
50% of the value of the cookies goes to our own food bank. And boy, what a time of year
Mhm.
when we really need this to happen. So please, I know it may not be in your normal scheme of eating, but for this week or two, could you throw yourself on some Tim's cookies just so the money can end up at the food bank?
Perfect.
I'll do my part. You know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna.
Joe told us. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna
gonna
do my
say.
part.
I
hope you
I
do
practiced
yours.
that line so that I can tell Stephanie why I have so many cookies in the car.
Yeah.
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 It's the right thing to do. And Christmas Care, of course, is going on right now for those of you that volunteer and help pack over there. It's about putting packages together for homes that otherwise would not have a great Christmas meal or toys and stuff. Please, and if you're those, please come and register now at the Memorial Arena. Auditorium is where they're doing most of their packing and most of their registrations. So please come and see that. We talked about another neat one.
Really cool. I just heard about it this week, and it's called Illuminate.
Yes, and it's at the Faith Church, and it is December 3rd from 4 till 9. And
4 to 8.
4 till 8. I'm sorry, this is the mayor not being able to read small print. But it's live animals and other Christmas events. So Christmas lights, photos with alpacas, not an alpaca sweater, a live alpaca.
A live alpaca, right? And not llamas because they'll spit on you.
Well,
excellent.
I
The
don't
non-spitting
know.
type.
The non-spitting ones.
I'm not really
Just
big.
the soft kind.
They're
right?
soft and non-spitty. I mean, this is
great.
Not so
Well,
bad.
then why do we still have llamas? No,
I
I'm
know
just
this
kidding.
is
It's very much an Instagrammable moment.
Cookies, hot chocolate, Christmas music, and I sing a lot at Faith Church. I'm usually told to move. Sorry, are you going to sing here? You move over there. Stephanie sings, and I just let her drown me out now because she's way better. Right?
Yeah, and they're gonna have like a snow globe where you can go in and like take pictures of you in a life-size snow globe. I'm really excited about this.
Do they turn it on? Is it like blowing
Wait,
around?
does somebody have to turn it upside down?
I want to know what it's like. Yeah, it's very exciting.
I'm not sure that anybody can turn it upside down and shake it.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, Mayor Joe.
Right, and there is.
In the snow globe.
There's lots of activities, and there will be some food trucks there for you to purchase if you want them to.
A lot of it's free, but it is a fundraiser, so you can buy food for the alpacas, I believe, and you can buy from the food trucks and the vendors there.
Okay,
but a lot of it is.
So you can't win an alpaca and take one home.
Apparently not. Okay. No, they said. I asked. They said no.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
We're going to work on the second annual.
That's
which
right.
Involves the giveaway of an alpaca. All right. Another piece of St. Thomas news we have to share tonight. Tomorrow is the 15th. So starting tomorrow night until March 15th, we're having, of course, our winter parking rules here in St. Thomas. You can't park on a city street without a permit. I think there's only about 100 permits issued. And here's the rules. Look, if you've got a driveway that already holds 2 cars or a garage and another car, we're not likely to issue a permit on a busy street. We need the snow plows to have the freedom.
What if I've turned my garage into an art studio?
I guess that then you will have to find how do you get by with one car because you obviously didn't need your garage. And so you wouldn't need a parking permit either.
He's rather prejudiced.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. No, not because some of it's a gym, right? It's not just an art studio.
It's an art studio and a gym. It's true.
Okay. All right. So those are the rules, etc. on it. We have tonight we discussed it here at council, and I did ask our parking people to take a look at: is November 15th to March 15th still the best time for it? Can we look at how often do we have a big storm before the 1st of December, and how many times do we have one after the 1st of March? And could we get by? There's many communities that no longer have an overnight parking rule, except you have 24 hours to move your car when they tell you have to. And you have to find a place to go put it. So I kind of like our rules better, is you just can't park there at all, but we're going to look into what we can do. That's from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on any day from November 15th to March 15th. But let's work together on what might be the best thing in our community.
So are there bylaw officers out between 2 and 6 p.m. to catch
and
people?
the police can too.
Oh,
because
the
of
police.
course, and mostly we use only bylaw officers, but there are some overnight, but this can also be ticketed by the police. Specifically, if we run into a case where a snowplow can't get down the street because you've parked your car there, we may come and give you a little special gift.
So it's a 4-hour period from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Right. So any other rest of the times you can certainly park on the street still. There's a 6-hour limit
So
through
party
the
till
days.
2 and then it's over.
Right.
That's right. Shut her down.
Agreed. So I wanted to warn and share with all of you that this is starting, and we're looking at what will it look like in the future. Can we do something different? Now, the couple of the other concerns we ran into was the if you rent your home and your landlord won't apply for the permit, you can't get one. So we're trying to find a way where the tenant can be the one who can apply for the permit, if that's possible. If it meets the other criteria of it not being less than a two-spot driveway.
Let's jump onto another one we were talking about. It was about water. Like, say somebody wanted to pay your water bill. Like, you weren't able to cover your water bill for Integris, and someone wanted to do you a favor and pay it, and you Couldn't.
Yeah, I found it really strange. Somebody said I went to pay somebody else's water bill and they wouldn't let me.
Mhm.
I want to know under what system of life you think there's something that could go wrong with somebody else paying your bill. By the way, pay my credit card, pay my water bill, pay my electric bill. What?
Lots of bills that you
No, great.
pay.
Rent at my business, by all means, do it all. Right. Anyway, don't have an answer on that, but I
just want to throw that in there.
We
I know
did
we haven't
ask,
followed up
but
on it.
it
but-
was one we asked, right? Why can't I pay someone else's electricity bill? Can anybody else come up with an idea how that? I mean,
I can't
I'm
think of
not
a
one
negative.
for scams, right? Okay, but how could somebody be scamming somebody by paying their bill? It doesn't work for me,
Doesn't make sense to me.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll continue to be amazed by that.
Okay, sorry. We'll continue on with our regular scheduled
Scheduled
programming
program.
now.
Yes, thank you. What else do we have? Do we have a lot of time left?
No, we don't have a
No,
lot of time.
no,
We have about 4 minutes left.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's talk a little bit. One other thing from council tonight
Mhm.
was the service agreements for all the homeless prevention programs in town. We get a certain amount of funds from the federal government, the provincial government, mostly the provincial government,
Mhm.
and because we handle housing across all of Elgin County and including St. Thomas, there's agencies out there that do housing. Whether it's the inn, for example, we give a very large amount for them to run the inn
Mhm.
and our emergency shelter. Youth for Christ does the youth homeless program, and they now get a check from us out of this program. The YWCA does some. The CMHA does some housing, certainly through the winters too, and we divvy up that.
Mhm.
But also Family Central in Elmer,
Mhm.
right, and others across all of Elgin County. So that report came out tonight. We'll share some of those dollars with you from the minutes of this meeting, maybe even next week, but we'll make sure that happens. But that was important to us tonight. We made a good look at that. We also did a housing needs assessment. We're in the middle of a housing needs assessment because of the growth we're doing, and our strategic plan is looking at the growth because of Volkswagen, the growth because of great new businesses downtown in a lot of different ways. We're talking about what type of housing and how much of it do we need each year looking forward.
Mhm.
So that report's back to council.
Right. And did the Yarmouth Yards logo come into council?
Yes, it did. We picked Yarmouth Yards as the name of our new industrial park where the Volkswagen PowerCo building will be, but there's a lot of other industrial park there.
Mhm.
And because of the history of that area being in Yarmouth Township, so Yarmouth Yards is the name, and it's
love it.
quite a neat logo. And for
As
those,
someone who
some
grew
of
up
you
in
already
Yarmouth,
saw it.
yeah.
I think, right. And Mike came to make a presentation, and I said, "Aren't you the star of Beehive?"
Yes, I
And-
know, right?
yeah, and people were
Just the fans fainting in
Fans,
the
right.
in the
Yeah,
the
in
seats
the
up
audience,
there.
of
Yeah,
course,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard the screaming. Like we were standing outside
yeah.
waiting to do mayor's update here, and we could hear the fans yelling.
Well, that's
in the council
that's
chambers.
the councilors that
It's like the
talking to each other.
Beatles.
Yeah,
No.
that's what we do. We get a lot of things done, but we're pretty loud about how we do it because the mayor doesn't hear most tones.
Right.
Yeah, so-
Right. It's not that you're angry. You just need
No,
to be able
no,
to hear
it's-
what they're saying.
It's a listening
Yeah.
problem, not a hearing problem. No, it's a hearing problem, not a listening.
That right,
problem.
right.
Whichever one of that works.
Very good. And the Canes roundabout? anything
Yeah,
else
there's
with that?
we've got a public information meeting for, and we keep talking about the Kane Street roundabout, but this is
Mhm.
about the rebuilding of Kane Street from Mondayman to Elma, but
Mhm.
also the Scott Street, Curtis Street, and which taking away the one ways
Mhm.
on this side of town. It's funny, we don't have any one ways on that side of town.
know.
On this side, both Center Street and Kane Street become one way at some point, and no reason for them not to be two ways. So there's a whole public
Yes.
meeting here on December 28th,
Right on.
here at 304, 6 to 8. If you have views on it,
Mhm.
our traffic experts and roads experts will be here to show you what it would look like and why we would do such things as traffic calming measures like a roundabout and other things along Kane Street.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our time for the week.
Wow.
Thank you guys for coming out, Mayor.
We
As
talk
always,
fast.
Suzanne,
Yeah.
this has been
pleasure.
fantastic.
Suzanne,
I
this
hope
is
everyone
great.
has ingested all the information about the tree lighting, Light Up Talbot, the Horton Christmas Market, the free Santa photo pictures that will be there that I'm doing courtesy of Abode Home Comfort. and all the other
And the
events.
parade,
Well,
yeah.
Well, and with the,
And
with
the
the
parade.
downtown live nativity scene, I guess it's up to the mayor to say, get your ass downtown.
And with that, we bid you adieu.